What's up, everybody? This is Aggie. My interview went good this morning. I actually just got back, but the reason why I'm about to start crying is because so I went to the interview and I met with the manager, and he was super nice. Like, he was really nice, and I could tell he was really genuine, you know what I mean? And we sat down, and he was just asking me questions, and I was answering the questions, and I could tell that he was really liking the interview, and he could see how genuine I am. And he said basically what's going on is that I'm talking about the interview I had with the coffee shop manager man that I had for 12:30 today. So he basically said that, well, here's the catch. He said that there is an employee with the company that I was interviewing with. But basically, it was Starbucks. Everybody should have figured that out already. If you haven't, that's my favorite coffee shop. So, anywho, the manager said that they have an employee that put in a transfer, and they live in Fayetteville, which is like over 2 hours away from Greensboro. And they had put in this transfer last week, and that specific Starbucks location was their first choice. And he said, I was like, really? This was their first choice? And he laughed, and he was like, yeah. And he was like, so basically he said that, he said, I don't know for a fact if they're going to be coming here or not. I won't know until tomorrow morning. He said, I'll definitely know by tomorrow morning. He said, so that's the only holdup at this point. He said, so if you could give me a call tomorrow, if you haven't heard from me by 12:30, then just to give him a call. He said worst case scenario is if they are still wanting to transfer here. He said one thing about this company, as with most companies, is if you put a transfer in, we have to take your transfer. We have to take that person's transfer. He said, but what I will do, worst case scenario, is if they are still wanting to transfer and come here, then I can contact some of the other managers at some of the other Starbucks around here and see if they're looking to hire anybody. And so it was a really nice interview, and to be honest, it was probably one of the best ones I've ever had. He was really cool. He was really genuine, you know what I mean? And I felt comfortable. I know it was myself, but I'm just now starting to stress out again because I don't know. Usually somebody doesn't put in a transfer unless they really plan on transferring, you know what I mean? And what's crazy is I called last week. I called him. It was like over a week ago. Y'all know, because I kept trying to call him, and I almost felt like, I didn't say this, but in my mind I was thinking, why didn't he just, instead of setting up this interview, why didn't he just first wait until this morning, and he got, wait until tomorrow morning when he was going to find out for sure or not. And then if the person didn't decide to change their mind about the transfer or whatever, then call me up and schedule the interview, right? That would have made perfect sense. But I guess he just wanted to see maybe that in case this person didn't wanted to cancel the transfer or whatever. He'd already have somebody, you know what I mean? And that's smart, and I get it. I understand that. But now this puts me kind of back at square one again. And it's just really tough because I'm doing the best I can to try to find a job. And it's just, and God knows I'm praying every day. So he told me to call him tomorrow if I hadn't heard from him by 12:30, because he was like, we get busy here in the mornings, and so, I may, forget or just get caught up. So if you haven't heard from me by 12:30, give me a call. He said, I'll definitely know something by tomorrow morning. So what are the chances of, I still have faith, but usually somebody doesn't put in a transfer unless, they really want to transfer and have another situation worked out or a place to stay, and he was like, this location was their first choice. So, I don't know. It's tough, So that's kind of where it's at. I'm going to contact my friend who works for that other company that I told y'all about, whose boss had called him and asked him if he knew of anybody that was interested in a position with them. But I haven't heard from him in a few days now, about 2 or 3 days. So I don't know, there's only so much he can do, So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. And I put in so many applications and called so many places back, and they just either give me the runaround or they're not hiring until closer to the holidays. So anyway, I just wanted to do my vlog for today. Here you go. So if y'all could just keep me in your prayers, and hopefully when I call tomorrow, he said to give him till 12:30, and if I hadn't heard from him, to just give him a call. So you never know. But my goal is Aggie St. James, and I'm out.